Hi guys. In today's video, we are going to be doing our calendar podcast. We are going to continue talking about the calendar, and this is the sixth part of the calendar podcast. And yeah, in today's podcast, we are going to look at the number 4. So, this number, there are 4 weeks, so only 4 weeks on this week. Number 4. Before we start today's calendar podcast, in this podcast, we are also going to be talking about backwards dates of May and September. This calendar podcast, we are going to talk a little bit about the months of May and September. What does those 2 months have to do? So, remember when I talked about 7/11, 11/7, July 11, and then November 7th. Those days were all on Tuesday. This is another thing that happened this week. So guys, look at it right here is the month of May of 2023. May is the 5th month. The 9th was on Tuesday. Realize this. When you go all the way to this month on September, the month is a nice month. And when was it Tuesday? The 5th was on Tuesday. So what's happening here is that the number, yes, so when you look at this right here, the number 5, oh yeah, screen, the number 5, the 5th month was on May, and it was number 9 on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, September was a nice month, and Tuesday was the 5th day on this month. So all I'm saying is that's backwards as well. In today's podcast, in the second part, we are going to be talking about the number 4. What is number 4? You guys already know. I don't want to say this anymore, but I'm gonna have to say this. There is a pattern. There is a pattern of an odd number and an even number. Unless if there are months that end on an odd number, which will absolutely not follow the pattern to an even number the week after. For January, February only if it's a leap year only, March, May, July, August, October, and December, all those months, the week after is going to be the 7th, and it's going to be an odd number. 7 is not an even number because of a sudden change of that odd number on the 31st. All just couldn't get aligned by an even number. Boom. Changed the month and changed the pattern. But the thing is, this number, obviously you guys know that number 4 is an even number. Bingo. Good. Now I have a math question for you. So what is 4 plus 6? The answer is 10. You guys are asking, why are there only an even number? I wanted to break it down for you guys so that you guys understand how to do the math. All you have to do after that is add one more number that will become 11. 11. But then, you guys see that pattern is an even number. odd number. Remember last video that we talked about that the pattern was odd number, which was number 5, and then even number? And this time, we started in number 4. We started in a number that is even. Not only that, and the number after that is odd. Since you guys already know what's that, there is going to be a number that has to be even. And if you guys know your strategy, I'm gonna try to clear this off. So if we look at the number 11, 11 is a non-number, and you guys know that after an odd number is an even number. It can't be 16 because that number is in a line of a different number, which we are going to talk about that in the future podcast. The shortcut would be very short to go there. So, and it can't even be number 20 either, because we are going to talk about that in the future podcast. So what you do, you add 7 more. 11 plus 7. What does 11 plus 7? 18. You guys know that's 18. Good job. Because you added 7 more. Because you know that 1 plus 7 is 8 on the last right digit. That's how you know that. That means there's only one more week. You know that 18 is an even number, and you know that a week after is going to be an odd number. So, what you do, you guys just add 7 more. But a strategy could be used, which I'm going to do on this as well. 18 plus 2, 20. By your thinking, we need more numbers. That is an even number. 5 more. 25. There you go. That's how you do that. Number 4 could be the number that could be easy, but easy for those who understand it. This month, there's 2 holidays this month. I'll say this again. 2 holidays this month that is going to happen on Monday. Or, well, one of them already happened on Monday, but one more is going to happen again on Monday. One after another. I'm talking about like a week after the first, like the holiday. The holiday that happened this week was Labor Day, which was on the 4th. And then, a week after, it's going to be on the September 11th, which was the airplane crash at New York. You guys look at here at the calendar. That's how you see right here. The Labor Day, then the airplane crash at New York. That's strategy as well. You guys can think about. It's pretty cool, right? Well, except for the airplane crash. That's not good. But anyway, back to what I'm trying to say. Maybe, like all I'm saying, though, number 4 isn't, in my opinion, one of those easier for you to memorize. Like, I think it is easier for me to memorize at least. And the thing is, it could be holidays that could happen a week after. Some holidays could be like this. Birthdays as well. I know that one of my aunts this year, her birthday was on the 7th of May. And then the week after was
Mother's Day.
that was an event to happen a week after. So all I'm saying is, sometimes, actually, I want to change the title to this podcast to Calendar Podcast Part 6, the number 4 and a week after holidays. Holidays. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes we could have events like that happen. Like this year, leap years that could affect this year. Leap years that could affect 20, well, every 4 years that could have Labor Day on Monday and the airplane crash on Monday because of the February 29th could be ending on a Tuesday. But this year, the case is that February 28th ended on a Tuesday.
The same days.
That could affect. I don't want to. I already talked about this a lot during this podcast. I'm not going to talk about this a lot anymore. But all I'm saying is any holiday that can come up that can affect. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's podcast, and it was a pretty much short podcast today. Um, yeah, if you guys don't see any podcasts for a while, then you know why. Sometimes I do it when I have an idea, but we are doing like a series and stuff like that. I tend to try to be try to do my best and do it. And other than that, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Here's the outro.